so we gave us the power, so we he's showing out, that's why we
Yo, we is back, episode number 28, I believe, of the Not the Same Podcast Sports Show, hosted by me and my brother, Mr. Rob Redeem over there. Brother, what's good? What's good,
Not
brother?
so much. What up, D? How you doing?
Appreciate you sliding, D.
Yes. I'm doing good.
One word, say something. That brother went to sleep with his eyes open real quick.
It wasn't that, bro. It's 28.
Thanks, D.
It wasn't that. We'll talk about it later. It just caught me off guard, bro.
Oh, yeah,
Don't worry about it. How you feeling, bro?
Man, I'm good, man. Good, man. I'm glad for it stopped raining for the day. I'm happy about that, man, because it was all gloomy the whole day. You know what I mean? Brother took a, like you always call it, took a date to the back of the eyelids. That joint's been very lovely. Very lovely. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, I didn't get a back of the eyelids action, man. I had some stuff going on. You know, you're aware of what's going on, man. Little emergency around here with the pets, with the dog. So I had some stuff I had to get with. And since I had to do that, it is Sports Wednesday, so I got a little bit 2K22, brother, trying to get my guy up.
Level up. Yeah. I look at it every day, be like, nah.
Don't do it, brother. Because when you do it, boy, I was later. Like, God, no, I'm still playing.
Exactly. All right, man, let's get into it, man. What's popping? Somebody tell me what's popping. All right, what is popping? Number one, the NBA Conference Finals is set. We have the Dallas Mavericks versus the Golden State Warriors and Heat Nation versus the Boston Celtics. First game of the conference final started last night. Heat Nation took down the Boston Celtics. I'm going to let Rob get into it because I know this is Rob's team. But here's my quick synopsis of what happened. Pat Riley came in at halftime and said, you want words, if you don't get to playing hard, I'm cutting all your checks. And they came out there and they stumped them boys.
Yeah, they I don't know what was going on, man. It was like they was cold. You know, the thing with the Celtics, they just came out that game 7, and you can kind of see it. So they was in game mode the first couple of quarters,
right?
Where we had a few days to rest, and we had to warm up. And it typically happens this way. So when the second half got there, Boston, they legs and got tired. We fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Now we didn't got our rhythm back. You know what I mean?
Right.
For being off a few days. But I don't look too far into it. Reason being, because Al Horford was out, Marcus Smart was out. Yeah, Marcus Smart was out. But with that being said, Kyle Lowry was out also. So very good game. I do have us winning in 6. If not in 6 in Boston, back home in 7. So I do have Miami advancing to the NBA Finals. And like I said last week, whoever come out the East, Boston or Miami, they will be hoisting that championship this year.
I will say this though, if the Warriors come out, yes. Because I know we got a lot of Warrior fans that watch us. A lot of Warrior fans in the world, a lot of Warriors fans, period. But if you are truly a Warriors fan, you are quite aware this is not the same team from like 4 or 5 years ago. And they got pushed to the limit by my team, which was without Ja Morant. And there's no slight to them. We're very good without Ja Morant. But at the end of the day, we was out our star. But Luka is a different beast, brother.
Yeah,
listen, Luka is a different beast. And I think nobody is stopping Luka. That's what I believe. I don't believe nobody's stopping Luka. I think the goal should be for anybody that's playing against the Mavs is to stop everybody else because you're not stopping Luka. There's not many people that's big enough to defend him or is quick enough to defend him. And he plays an old school game, which means if you pressure him hard, he goes by you, does fade away, drop steps. All old school basketball. I mean, Glenn Murray just probably would love that to see Luka. But Luka is like, man, he's a problem, man. So I'm not. If they make it to the finals, man, I won't guarantee a win for the East because that brother a different beast, brother. He is a different beast. Go ahead, bro.
The rest of his squad would have to step up, and that's the thing about it. Like I felt like they shut down. Dallas did to Chris Paul what everybody else will have to do to the Mavericks. Let Luka get his 30 or 40. 40 ain't gonna get. If I'm hitting and y'all give up 30 or 40 on him, so be it.
Yeah.
It's the Sweeney guy. What up,
Just
James? Appreciate the verse, bro. It's the Finney guy. It's the other little guys, the Brunsons and all of them. Like,
right.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Bullock. Like those guys have to be on. But if those role players ain't on, then Luka can do whatever he want to do. And I just don't think the Mavericks is deep without Tim Hardaway Jr. and some of the other folks that ain't playing right now. That's just my opinion.
No, I don't believe that. What I do believe what has happened with the Mavericks is that Jason Kidd on his third coaching stint has become a good coach. I think he's learned enough, right? And he found the weakness, like you said. They was isolating Chris Paul. Chris Paul is our height and skinnier probably than both of us, which is a problem in the NBA. And they just got him on an island, and just like me or you trying to block Luka, who is 6'8" and thick, it's not happening. And that's what they kept doing over and over again. Now, to what D said, before we go even further, we'll talk about this later in the show, but Phoenix should be embarrassed of themselves. I'm sorry. Yeah. Listen, I know they isolated Chris Paul. Monty Williams, we love you, brother. Can you make an adjustment? Just make an adjustment, man. Like, make an adjustment. They keep burying your guy, all right? So maybe whoever's guarding Luka do not switch. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? If he goes by you and get a layup, but not have nobody isolate on Chris Paul, who is me and Rob's height. Like, that should not be happening. Make an adjustment, brother. You are the coach of the year, supposedly. You know what I mean? Supposedly. Go ahead, brother.
I say this on Monty Williams. Shout out to Monty for this reason here. Not because he got coach of the year this year, because I'll get on that in a minute. But shout out to Monty because he owned up to it. Most coaches, right? Off the bat, he said, this is my fault. Yeah. I didn't have them prepared to play this game 7. Right. And any man who can admit his faults, like immediately, like he don't have to go back and, well, you know, in hindsight. No, he didn't do you know,
right. Right.
He didn't do none of that. Right at the podium, he knew I tripped. But something that you said that really sticks out, Jason Kidd has taken that killer mentality he had as a point guard and finally and the arrogance that he had in Milwaukee, and he had to be sat down and out in LA and doing all this and that. He finally got it. You know what I'm saying? And we're seeing a good coach. We're seeing a great player turn into a good coach. You know what I mean? And hopefully great coach, because, you know, Kidd's it. I just don't want Kidd to get it this year unless he play Boston.
Right, because you're a Heat fan. I understand it. I want y'all to win too. But I respect him because he got another chance. He made the most of it. He didn't just come back in. Because listen, Luka is a generational player, and Rick Carlisle is supposed to be a generational coach. He couldn't handle Luka, but Kidd is. So
you want to know
it
why?
Is what it is. Why?
Hey, it's different when you got a Hall of Famer, a top 50 player.
This is true.
Who done played in the league tell you, hey look, bro, all this stuff you talk, I've been here. I got a ring. What's in your wallet? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
So and that's what that comes down to.
He can go Google Jason Kidd and be like, yeah, I probably couldn't check him.
Yeah.
And he probably would lock me up. You know what I mean? Because Jason Kidd was good on defense too. So as for the Phoenix Suns who got up out of here, this is what you get. Y'all should be embarrassed. For real. If you're a Phoenix Suns fan, like, dog, what up, Higgins? But if you're a Phoenix Suns fan, man, like, Game 7, I know we stayed on this a little bit long, but Game 7, you supposed to empty the clip, dog. You dig what I'm saying? Hold back nothing. This is do or die, fam.
All the way to the end of the bench.
My man had more points, Luka, than the whole Phoenix Suns team in the first half.
Yeah.
How does man?
They asked that man, were you aware? He was like, yeah.
Yeah, he's fine. talking bad to all of them. He laughing in their face. Man, come on, bro.
Yeah, it was bad. Hey, on a side note, Jimmy Buckets did the same thing to Boston last night. He had just as many points as the Celtics squad. So I do want to put that out there. I'm just saying we got to go to the Warriors. We got to go to the Western Conference. You know,
one of my questions is about them, man. Salute to them. Best regular season for nada. Hey, that's for real. That's for real.
Yeah.
Wifey. But yeah, man. All right. Also, next subject: Orlando Magic get the #1 pick, and Horford caught COVID. Now that Horford catching COVID, that was last night. That's one of the reasons he wasn't in the game for the Boston Celtics. Side note: there's a lot of COVID popping back up, man. A lot of COVID popping back up. I know Rob is an airport worker. He knows about a lot of people catching it. Hey, man, we need to be careful out here in these streets. You know, I ain't gonna be worried, but be careful out here. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I will say this on COVID. No, we did go up. You know what I'm saying? We went from I think low level to mid level. So just be aware of what y'all doing, folks. Don't get too lax. Don't get too comfortable on that. We didn't talk about the Western Conference finals. Warriors and Mavericks. That's game 1 is tonight, by the way. So moving on to Orlando Magic getting the #1 pick. The last time they did this, then they had some pretty good #1 picks over their term. You heard a guy named Shaq. The big glute, Dwight Howard.
Yeah.
Every time. What I'm saying? Every time. So, I mean, it's about time. Not only that, Anthony, in my opinion, Greg Anthony's son, I can't think of his first name, but Anthony, point guard, he does the most. I think he has too much
Cole
theatrics.
Anthony, that's his name.
Cole, Anthony Cole or Cole Anthony, something like that. Cole Anthony.
One of one words.
One of them. Yeah, that one. Anyway, with that type of pride and that type of cockiness that he displays every time he plays this game, if they do good, I think they're gonna try to end up drafting a Gonzaga guy, the big skinny guy.
Yeah, the weird lurch looking dude. He nice though.
Yeah,
he just weird
you rang looking man. But he
you rang looking one word.
Almost said it, bro. Anyways, the kid nice. Yeah, he probably gonna end up going #1.
I forgot his name now. I know you talking about though.
OKC. I think
Chet Holmgren. That's his name. Chet Holmgren. Big 7. I think he's literally 7'3". Got a jumper. He's good on defense. He needs to eat. He needs to eat.
Yeah,
he needs to gain some weight. I know people say, well, Kevin Durant. No, Kevin Durant wasn't like that. Kevin Durant is skinny, but he's in proportion skinny. This dude is like he hunchback too. So he's 7'3", but with his neck down, he like 7 foot.
Yeah. You right.
And yes, baby, he said the big glute. Yes, he says it often and talking about Dwight Howard. And he probably. I'm going to leave it at that. All right, next, the NHL playoff second round. What I do know about the playoffs for the NHL, I know the Blues made it to the second round. I think they lost the other night. But
yeah. So Tampa Bay Lightning up 1-0 over the Florida Panthers. Colorado Avalanche did beat our beloved Blues in overtime last night, so they up 1-0 over the Blues. Tonight, the Carolina Hurricanes face off against the New York Rangers. The Rangers had a historic comeback, man. They was down, I believe, 3-0, and they came all the way back after Sidney Crosby got hurt, and the New York Rangers beat the Pittsburgh Penguins to get into Game 1 of the Eastern Conference semis. Calgary Flames versus the Edmonton Oilers is also tonight. So if you're a hockey fan, pay attention, man. It's getting real out there on that ice, brother.
Salute to them. All right, the last one, the U.S. Soccer Association agreed to give men and women equal pay. I have to read this article because this is monumental for women's soccer.
Big
All right,
time.
the United States Soccer Federation, the United States Women National Team Players Association, and the United States National Soccer Teams Player Association have agreed to a deal that achieves equal pay and set the global standard moving forward in international soccer. U.S. Soccer under agreements will become the first federation in the world to equalize FIFA World Cup prize money awarded to the teams for participating in the World Cups. This is truly a historic moment. The president, Cindy Parlow-Cone, in a statement said on Wednesday, these agreements have changed the game forever here in the United States and have the potential to change the game around the world. She also added that the players have reset their relationship with these new agreements and are leading us forward to an incredibly exciting new phase of mutual growth and collaboration as we continue our mission to become the preeminent sport in the United States. Yo, man, this is – hold on, before we even go back into this. This is big-time worthy. Listen, I'm not a huge soccer fan, but trust me, the women are way better than the man. The women have won a World Cup. The men haven't. And let me break down these numbers. I was telling Rob this earlier on phone call. When the man made the Sweet 16 of the World Cup, they earned like $5 million. When the women won the World Cup, they earned $4 million. Think about that. They won the whole thing, only earned $4 million. The man just made it to the Sweet 16 and got $5 million. So this is monumental. It is great. Big salute to all the parties involved. And also, the U.S. is the only federation that is doing this. So the only person to ever do this is in America. So soccer is a very, very big sport. Now, me and Rob may not be, what up, Tez? Me and Rob may not be the hugest fans, but a lot of your kids know about it. And I'm telling you why they know about it, because of FIFA, that FIFA game. Who make it? I forget. Same people that make 2K.
Sports.
EA Sports.
No.
EA Sports. And that's how a lot of kids know all about these soccer players, is because of that game. So that's dope, bro. That's really dope.
Hey, let me say this, man. NBA, Mr. Adam Silver. I love what you have done for the sport, but maybe you need to take a page out of soccer so you can help the WNBA get to where they need to be, because y'all have more than enough money in the NBA.
Yes.
To funnel on over there to the females so they can get off these. And I know we're talking soccer right now, but they have just set the precedent. And if you have male and female professional sports the way that you do, like the NBA, soccer, NBA, how come you can't do this? You can, come on now. The fines that you get these coaches for criticizing, let it go down to the WNBA. Come on, something could pop off with this one.
What up, Calvin? Calvin says the team income for the man is so much higher, though. Is it? I didn't know. I'm not sure.
I knew about women's soccer revenue.
I just knew women's soccer has been way more successful than the man, but it could be. Could be.
Yeah.
Could be. But with that being said, man, I'm happy about that, and I do think, like Rob said, I don't think the NBA and the WNBA should be equal pay. Not that I have nothing against women. I just think the popularity is not as much for the women's. This is a different case, because the popularity for the women's is more than the men's when it comes to soccer. You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference. But in the WNBA, I think they should be making enough money, i.e., so our sis, Miss Brittany Griner, would not be stuck in a Russian prison right now over something dumb. You know
and let me clarify. Let me clarify. My fault for cutting you off. See, I'm not saying equal pay for the female players. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying with this, they're in one pool. The WNBA, listen, NBA, W, it's just a W in front of it, and graph this together.
Yeah.
You know, like Alex Rodriguez. Come on now, he owns both the Timberwolves as well as and Lord forgive me, I cannot think of Minnesota's WNBA squad, but he owns both of them.
Is it no, it's not the Wild. But I know what you're talking about. Similar to Timberwolves.
But my point to that is they got to do something. It's only what, 8 teams, 16 teams, 8 teams. It's not even 32 teams in the WNBA. And if our assist C was on here, Lynx. There we go. Minnesota Lynx. So why not? That way they not on commercial. They can get the privates. They can get this. They can get that. And the revenue, I mean, half of them playing in the same stadium. Especially you got Chicago Bulls, Chicago Sky. Separate owners, but come on now, let's do something. You got the Minnesota Liberty. I mean, you got the New York Liberty and the New York Knicks. You got, you got all these teams playing in the same cities. Something can pop off, bro.
Yep. With that being said, man, let's get into our soapbox segment. Let's get it.
Soapbox.
I didn't know. All right, this is our soapbox segment, and normally in our soapbox segment, we go 2 minutes on whatever we want to talk about. 2 minutes like this, and when it's over, it goes like this. We talk about whatever we want to talk about. Rob normally talks sports. I normally talk real life. It's just the way it goes. And as tradition, I always let my brother Robert Dean go first. My brother, is you ready?
You already know.
Let's get it.
Hey, so look, the NBA need to get some new voters when it comes to these awards at the end of the year. Every year you have Coach of the Year, Player of the Year, Sixth Man of the Year. And the NBA, they'll always try to save face by doing little things like this year, making Monty Williams the Coach of the Year, when last year he clearly should have beat Tom Thibodeau of the New York Knicks for the Coach of the Year. Now you give it to Monty this year, and he just wasn't deserving. I tell you who could have been deserving. It's one of two coaches. My man, the Boston coach, Ime Udoka. I don't know if I'm saying my dude's name right. Ime Udoka. There you go. That word too. So who have a rough start his team ended up second in the East, and they went
Mm-hmm.
17-5 after the All-Star weekend. Or it could have been my homeboy, beloved Grizzlies, head coach Taylor Jenkins. My man went 20-5 without his superstar this year, finishing also second in the Western Conference. But
Second
they
in
gave
the NBA.
it in the NBA period overall
Craig.
without a superstar.
Right.
Overall, Craig. And then you had the MVP going to Jokic, which,
Right.
Jokic had a good game. And they talking about, well, he was without Murray. He was without Michael Porter Jr. But everybody forget Embiid didn't have anybody either before the Simmons trade. Embiid was out there doing his thing. And when Harden got there, guess what? Didn't get any better for him. It was still Embiid doing everything to the point my man came back with a busted eye socket. So this is what I will say. Ja Morant getting most improved player over the likes of Jordan Poole, Darius Garland, who truly deserved it, or Scotty Barnes. Scotty Barnes getting Rookie of the Year over Evan Mobley when Evan Mobley, nobody saw Cleveland coming out. All I'm going to say is this, NBA, get it together. Get your voters together. If it's the old heads, is the so-called purists, get them out and get some new blood in so that the right people can get the right awards when they deserve them. No shade to Monty Williams. He should have been Coach of the Year last year. But this year, there was just some more worthy, more deserving candidates out there than what they did. Get it together, NBA.
I fully agree. Do better, NBA. Do better because, listen, I love Monty. Monty is great. Monty won it last year. This year should have been Taylor Jenkins. It could have been Eric Spoelstra, or it should have been my guy Ime Udoka. One of the three. It should have been one of them's.
Yeah, man.
One of them's. All right, man. I'm starting mine. Listen, man. Mine is on something that is normally something very different. I got something for y'all. I'm a precursor to this. If you are 35 and older, 35, let me give me some theme music. Yeah. If you 35 and older, and it's your birthday, and you making a bigger deal of your birthday than your kids, and you got more than 2 kids, stop. What is wrong with you? You 35 years old. You 40 years old. You 45 years old. You 50 years old talking about, oh, nah, boo, this is my birthday week. We going to celebrate the whole week. Bruh, do that for your kids, man. Come on, man. Listen, man, I love my birthday like the next man, bruh. It's one day. You know what I'm saying? It's the day you was born. It's the day you graced this beautiful earth. But, bruh, if you 35 and you grown, you got a job, if you own multiple cars, you know what I'm saying? If you own a house or you got an apartment, if you got student loans, bruh, why is you celebrating the whole week like you still at the place where you got the student loans from? Dog, little mama, bruh, little mama and little bruh, y'all need to chill, dog, chill. What is wrong with y'all? Would you please grow? Excuse me for saying this. Will you please grow the Hades up? What is wrong with y'all? What is you doing, dog? You is if you 35 years old and up, and you is still talking about, oh no, y'all, but I got to take off the whole week because it's my birthday. The whole week, Craig. The whole week, Shanika. The whole week for your birthday, and you got kids. Put all that effort into your children. I'm not saying that you a bad mama. I'm not saying that you a bad daddy, but you know what your kids gonna do when they get old because they saw your butt gallivanting around for a whole daggone week when you got all these grays in your beard like me? What I look like? I'm a beard full of grays gallivanting around talking about it's my birthday. Get on out of here. Stop it. Let's get into the debate feud.
I don't know what post got you.
Ain't no post. I've been wanting to say it for years. I got. There's a whole lot of candidates. There's a whole lot of them.
Bruh, that is hilarious, bruh.
All right. Let's get into it, man. Oh, that's the wrong thing. My bad. Top 5 players who never win a ring. Who are the top 5 players who never win a ring? I understand some of these people are not in the same place anymore, but these are some people that never have won a ring. James Harden, Russell Westbrook. Now, Giannis have won one. Salute to him. Also, Chris Paul, recent loser. Heat, hey, my man Buckets may get it this year. He may get it this year. High possibility.
Yeah,
but anyway, top 5 starting players to never win a ring. Rob, you ready, brother?
Yeah, man, I'm ready.
Let's get it.
Hey, so you know I always do the most, man. I went overall, like all time. For me,
I know. That boy
center,
got super stats.
Yeah, and then I made a starting 5. My center, Patrick Ewing.
Okay.
My power forward, Karl Malone. Small forward, Tracy McGrady.
Okay.
Shooting guard, Reggie Miller.
Okay.
And probably one of the best point guards to ever play this game, Allen Iverson, bro. That is my top 5 to have never won a ring when it comes to my thing, and then we can debate it after the fact.
Okay, one of the people I will put in there probably at the very top of the list is Charles Barkley, one of the greatest players ever to not win a ring. And Charles Barkley was Jordan-esque. Only reason Charles Barkley didn't win a ring was because of Jordan.
Because of Jordan-ish.
That's it. That's it. That's the only reason why, because Jordan was there. He stopped, but Jordan stopped a lot of people from winning rings.
Facts.
Also, I would say point guard wise, another one. Well, no, I'm gonna stick with Barkley. Man, I ain't got the full out list like you, but I just say Barkley. I also really like John Stockton. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He should have had one. But once again, that one word Jordan blocking everything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Jordan messed up a lot of folks for about 15 years in the NBA. You know what I mean? A lot of people weren't getting their bread. It wouldn't get no money, wouldn't get no commercials, also wouldn't get no ring. As well as Patrick. Wouldn't get no ring because of him. You know what I mean?
I mean, if you look at the list that you said, the Charles Barkley's, the Patrick Ewing, Karl Malone, Reggie Miller, who else? John Stockton.
Yeah.
If we can go a list of people who never got a ring
list. Right.
Because of Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? And the Bulls. So I mean,
Penny Hardaway.
Penny Hardaway. If you want to look at current wise, I don't think James Harden's gonna ever get a ring. I hate to say it. I don't think Chris Paul, and we talked about this earlier. If y'all can go back and look at some of our older shows, I said it. I didn't think Chris Paul was going to get a ring.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And I don't see Chris Paul selling out to go over to the Lakers to be with LeBron to try to get a ring. I don't think Melo
too big for that.
If you put that list back up, brother, out of these players right here, Westbrook, I don't see a ring coming. Carmelo, no. Jokic still has time because he's good. Damian Lillard, his loyalty will not allow him to get a ring.
He won't get one in Portland.
No, not in Portland, definitely. DeRozan, I can't see him getting one, and neither about Derrick Rose.
Yeah. Derrick Rose ain't getting one with the Knicks. My man B+, what's up, brother? He say Barkley, AI, Vince, Ewing, and Dominique. Yeah, I forgot about Vince Carter. Vince, as many teams he played for, I wish he would have got one. He played for a lot of teams. I will say this about Vince, what I respect so much out of Vince Carter, that a lot of Vince Carter was like superstar, all caps. You know what I mean? Vince Carter was running the world, and he was able to transition into a role player. A lot of superstars can't do that. They can't be role players.
He did it well, man.
He did it with grace. He was willing to go help young players. And, you know, his last team he played for, I believe, was the Hawks, helping Trae Young them. You know what I mean? Basically,
and before that, your squad, wasn't it?
He played for us before that, right, and got to the playoffs a couple of times. But, hey, salute to Vince Carter. I got big respect for him. Dominique never won one? Nick, he was around Jordan time.
He was Jordan era.
You know, only people that got a ring during the Jordan era was because Jordan left for 2 years was the Rockets. Was the Rockets. Elijah won and them. They got one. Kenny got one. All of them got one because Jordan was gone.
Yeah. Kenny Smith, Elijah won.
Yeah.
Well, Robert Horry
was y'all remember Mad Max, Vernon Maxwell?
That boy was a goon.
Goon, super goon.
Hey,
I'm scared of Jordan.
Hey, goon. And Jordan was tough, but he wasn't no goon, and he knew not to mess with the goon.
No.
So that's how that went.
Yeah, but go ahead, bro.
No. I'm just saying, hey, y'all chime in. Anybody who listening, who y'all top 5 to never get a ring out of here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dominique Wilkins, definitely.
Yeah.
Hume highlight reel.
He was awesome, man.
Film.
He was awesome.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. The NBA, you getting a ring is so much conducive to where you land, what team you get to. You know what I mean? The Houston-Chicago championship would have been dope. Yes, it would have.
It would have.
It should have happened.
I don't know. And honestly, I don't know what.
I don't think Pete Maravich won one. Yeah, Pete wasn't in the league too long. I believe he was with the Jazz when they was actually where Jazz just played in New Orleans.
Yeah, right. People don't know that.
Yeah. What about C. Webb and Steve Nash? Very good.
Yep.
Very good, brother. Yep. Neither one of them get it, man. Neither one of them get it. All right, next subject. Let me close this one. Was Pat Bev going in on CP3 on ESPN good, or was it a clown? Oh, my bad. Or was it a clown show? Was Pat Bev going in on CP3 on ESPN good, or was it a clown show? My brother, let's get it.
Yeah. It was a clown show.
Mm-hmm.
I feel, and this is what I'm gonna say. Like, they just lost Pat Beverly. Like, bro, you got passed around more than the neighborhood. You know what?
That twin. Well, one word. Anyway, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, but yeah, and I'm talking about the neighborhood skirt. But
oh, okay, yeah, both though.
yeah, both.
Just like B Plus said, both.
I didn't agree with it, man, and I felt like ESPN, it was to boost the ratings because he did a little media tour. He did a little media tour. He was on NBA Today. He was on Just In. He was on First Take. He was on all these shows just going in, and it just goes to show you the hatred that he has for CP3.
Right.
I mean, because he was throwing stuff out there. Don't nobody like him. Only reason people like him because he's president of blah blah. But if you listen to the real players, don't nobody mess. Look, I've heard this over the years about CP3 being, you know what I'm saying, not the most
jerk.
liked guy. Yeah, just a flat out jerk. But come on, Pat Bev, what have you done? Go ahead, man.
You are a role player, just like my man Matt Barnes said when he checked him on the show, and he said, I would say this because ain't nobody else gonna say it. Bruh, you are a role player, and you ain't locking up everybody, dog. Chill with that. You ain't just locking up everybody like you say you is. You know what I mean? Like, Ja averaged 28 on you, and you supposed to be locking him up. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Grizz fan, but I'm using this for example. We put y'all out. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that y'all ain't good. They very, very good because Anthony Edwards is a problem. He is a beast, and he will be a beast. But you ain't the one. You ain't that dude, bro. Like, you ain't that dude. And I think you got played, man. You really got played. I think you let ESPN play you as a clown show. I think ESPN, I heard somebody say this, and I think this is so true. ESPN, NBA-wise, want to be TNT so bad. So bad. And y'all ain't. Y'all looking for your own Barkley. There's one Barkley. Barkley. You know what I mean? And he ain't. And see, I mean, my man Pat Bev is not. He's not it, man. It looked real unprofessional. Now, at first, the first day I heard it, I didn't have a whole lot of problem with what he was saying. But when he started talking about I was at an AAU camp giving CP3 the business and Braun them saw it, he didn't like. See, that's personal, dog. Like you went beyond business. You made this joint personal. That's what I don't like, man. For real.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, there's a code. You know what I'm saying? There's a certain code, and the NBA, they always talk about it's a brotherhood because it's certain stuff that go down in the NBA that the world will never know. Not even the reporters, and the reporters who do know are sworn to secrecy. Otherwise, they get blackballed. That's just the way it go, and no NBA team will deal with them. That's why you got the Wojnarowskis and the this and that, where they get the insider information before anybody because they're a part. They've been trusted and engrafted into the brotherhood. Same way Rachel Nichols was for a minute. But for Pat Bev, you're coming out and you slamming this brother because you don't like him. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, Mike and Isaiah can't stand each other, but you never heard them bash one another like that.
Right.
They just said real quick, I don't fool with him.
Yep.
You know what I mean? We found out Jordan didn't want Isaiah on the squad years later. Now I get it. Social media is different. Social media is different. But if Jordan wanted that to leak, he had his puppet Ahmad Rashad there for him to leak it if he wanted to. you dig what I'm saying? Like, because he was trusted. He was trusted. He was trusted. Only person that could get an interview was Shad. You know what I'm saying? So I don't agree with it. I don't like when bros tear each other down anyway, especially in the media, because they already got a narrative they like to paint. As far as, the black community not being able to stand or be unified. And I get it. We just not going to like certain people. Now, I ain't saying that we got to be kumbaya out this joint. And if we get on the court, even when me and C play against each other, it's like that for that cat.
Right.
While we playing.
Right.
But I ain't disrespecting the man. And that was just totally disrespectful. disrespectful clown show, bro.
Go to the crowd. Just James say CP3 a Hall of Famer. Pat Bev will be forgotten in 3 years. This is facts. Now, well, maybe not. I mean, if he get it together, I think he can be good on TV. But he was doing the most right then. B Plus said, I heard Pat Bev and Steph are actually really cool. I can see it in the way he's waving the white flag or waving the flag for Steph. Yep, that's true.
He was big it up. He was big up in him.
Hagen said, I lost some respect for Pat Bev. After that, I used to like him because he a dog, but that was just a clown mess. Yeah, man. That was some clown stuff, man. Like, go ahead, bro.
No, I'm going to say this. It was some clown stuff, but I get it because I've seen I've seen interviews from players like Kenya Martin. I'm talking about like goons that was in the league, from Kenya Martin, from the if I'm not mistaken, Zebo. They don't fool with CP3.
No.
But all they said was, I don't fool with that one word. Right. And left it at that. Yep. You know what I'm saying? They felt like he was a house one word. That's how they looked at him. But yeah, Pat Bev was just like, man, forget it. I'm here. I'm about to show everybody controversy.
Yeah. And it sells. But y'all remember what's the big dude that used to be for the Lakers that was doing all that stuff? Kwame Brown. It was good for Kwame Brown for a good month, and then they forgot about your butt too. So chill out. Gone. Yeah, go get your degree, brother, and learn the craft. Know what I mean? I will say this. I'm going to pause on this. Listen, man, like, I'm all for athletes getting into that position and talking on TV because no one have a greater perspective about the NBA than the athlete that actually played it. But actually learn the craft, dog. You know what I'm saying? Because, listen, J.J. Redick holds no punches, but he also know how to posture himself the right way. You know what I mean? He did that. J.J. Redick, I'm sure Stephen A. hate J.J. Redick because J.J. Redick did not let that boy slip with anything, but I'm just saying, man, it's crazy. All right, I put up what Hagen said, then I'm going to roll on. I heard CP3 was a bad teammate a long time ago, but again, some stuff you just don't say about your brother. Pat crossed the line, in my opinion.
Yeah,
absolutely.
A lot of people say he was a butthole teammate. A lot of people.
All right, you and Hagen's going to love this subject. The Miami Heat has been to the finals 6 times since 2006. Why isn't this talked about? The Miami Heat has been to the finals 6 times since 2006. Why isn't this talked about? Heat fan number 1, Heat Nation over here. I'm going to let you go first and plead your case. Go ahead, brother.
I feel like it's not talked about because I'm taking my talents to South Beach. That's when the big three got together. Yeah, it really nobody cared. You were supposed to. So when I became a D Wade fan, when he came out of Marquette, you know what I'm saying, and he won that joint. When he was the best player on the planet when he won it with Shaq on the squad. Then when they came back, honestly, they shouldn't have lost not one game. They should have three-peated. There's no reason in the world, and I think for that reason. Yeah. That's why it's not talked about how much they've been to the final because it was LeBron, Bosh, and D Wade. Now they lost against the Mavericks. I feel like that was some whole whatever. That's my conspiracy. And they got 2. Yeah, they got 2 out of it. I mean, who goes and get an NBA championship trophy on your arm before game 1? Nobody. Like anyway, they got 2. They got 2 while they were together. And then they went back to the finals in the bubble, and nobody really cared because they go in the bubble. Remember Bubble Hero? Yep. They go in the bubble, then they come out the bubble, and then they can't do it. You know what I mean? But the bottom line is, like B Plus said, Spo, he real. Pat Riley, don't get it. Hey, you better pay attention to the man behind the curtain because Pat Riley's still making moves, and he's still putting his opinion out there. But I think that's the reason why. That big three thing is the reason why nobody talks about the Heat. Go ahead, C.
I also think it's because their brand of basketball is not pretty, right? It's goon ball, but great shooters. So it was goon ball back in the day before. Like the Heat have excuse me. The Heat has had a culture for a long time. Heat culture has been more bully ball from a long time. You dig what I'm saying? But this is what I say. This is why I love the Heat. I say this a lot. I told Rob the last time they was in the finals, I'm texting my brother all the time, Heat Nation. I watched the game, every point of the game last night because I've always admired their culture. I knew when LeBron and Bosh and all them left, they still was going to be good. They was good before they got there, and they're good after they got there. You know what I mean? And also, this is the biggest point. B Plus mentioned it earlier. Spoelstra is like the new Pop. Nobody is ever saying that, but he has all the cachet as Pop. He is that good of a coach. Look at last night. If you watched the game last night, they was getting ran out. They was getting beat to loose balls. They was getting played off the floor. Boston looked like they was too big, and Boston is a little bit longer than most of the players on the Miami Heat. How do you beat a team with long guys that want to slow it down? Speed they butt up. Start getting defensive stops. Run they butt. And that's exactly what they did. They was running on made baskets. They was running on made baskets by the other team, pushing the ball, pushing the tempo. That is a good coach. Also, this is the greatest part of him. The defenses they play. They don't just do man-to-man and zone. No. Not just man-to-man and zone. They'll do a box and one on your butt. They'll do like a crazy zone that don't look like a zone. I call it like a amoeba zone that you can't tell what stuff is coming.
They'll do a 2-1-2, bro. Like
in a minute. In a minute. So salute to them. Go ahead, bro.
No. Yeah. B plus. I peeped that too. Spo the new pop. That is a nice one.
This is facts. My bad. Watch. Go ahead, bro. But he found on the web that Spo's a new pop. Okay, thank you. Anyway, go ahead, brother.
So it's just their front office and everything they do. Like everybody thought we was getting ready to crumble when Pat Riley got into it. I mean, not Pat Riley, when Spo got into it with Butler and UD got into it, and I was like, oh yeah, they getting amped for the playoffs because, like they said, they play. Udonis get a chance to sit on the bench just to be the goon coach.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's a different culture. But to answer your question, the reason they not talked about is because LeBron's not there for one. And that's the biggest narrative. And I feel like the big three, nobody cares. They were supposed to make it. You know what I mean? So it's like nobody really cared because LeBron was a villain when he went to Miami.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think that's the real reason why, bro. But look, Miami, they've been good for a long time. Go back to the 90s, 2000s. They've been good for a while.
They've been good since running Cycly days back in the day. They've been good.
Glenn Rice.
Big Zoe, Lonzo Mourning.
Tim Hardaway. Alonzo Mourning. Tim Hardaway.
Long time.
Like you said, Cycly. Like, I've been a Heat fan, bro. Like, this ain't just – it wasn't new when the big three got there. I've been a Heat fan, so that's the reason why.
All right. I knew you and my brother Higgins loved this conversation right here.
And that was not my question.
That had nothing to do with Rob. Jamal Mashburn, absolutely.
Yes.
Ike Austin, come on now. All of them, man. They've been good. All right, last question.
What? Hey, Glenn Murray and B plus, salute to both of y'all, man. Y'all.
Look, what? Shed thug tears over there. You know
thug tears for y'all knowing
word
the players. Y'all bet y'all don't remember Harold Miner.
hey, Baby Jordan. Hey, Baby Jordan, you be nice, boy.
Only as a dunker, though. Only as a dunker.
All right, who's winning the NBA conference matchups and why? Who's winning the NBA conference matchups and why? Mr. Davis, let's get it.
I feel like I'm gonna start in the West because I don't want to be a homer.
Okay.
I feel like Golden State can beat Dallas for the very reason I told you. Let Luka do whatever Luka gonna do, because Draymond's gonna get on Luka. He's gonna get on Luka's nerves. And this is my opinion. And you let Poole, you let Clay, and Steph have their way on the perimeter. Luka can't. It's only one Luka, and that's what you can. Okay, lock up Clay, or you got Steph and Poole. Lock up Poole. You got Clay and Steph. There's just more weapons for Golden State than there was for Phoenix. Not only that, you said it to me. Phoenix looked shook after Game 6. Like them one words looked like they were scared. Like, oh no, what we about to do? Yeah. So, and then when you turn over to the East side, I just feel like because of Spo and the adjustments that he made and that goon type basketball, I feel like Miami will get it in 6, or they'll take it when they get back home in 7.
Okay, I start with the Miami Heat series. I think Miami will win in 7, though, because I have high respect for Ime Udoka. He has proved to be a very good coach, but I think Spo is better. I think Boston, man-to-man down, I think Boston have better players, but I think the Heat have a better coach and culture, and they know what they go-to is, right? Everybody in the building know that Jimmy cooks. But they also have other players that cook, and I think he can draw up some crazy stuff. They're proven. Boston is very, very good, though. But I think if the Heat win, it'll be in 7, in my opinion. It'll be because Boston don't die. They don't die. You know what I mean?
No.
As for the Warriors and the Mavs, I have the Mavs winning. Not because I don't think the Mavs are better than the Warriors, but here's the reason why, and I'm going to bring it back to my team. The Warriors and my team was like mirror images, right? We don't shoot as many threes, but same type of play, run fast, move the ball, great ball movement, that type of stuff, decent defense, get steals, run-outs, all that, similar team. The Mavs are a team, they slow the pace down. You cannot speed up Luka Doncic. That big boy. Y'all, do you remember when the Cleveland played Golden State the first time, right? The first time when it was Cleveland and Kyrie got hurt, and LeBron kept them in that series somehow without Kyrie and without Love. The very first one, not the one they won, the first one. And the way he did it, he slowed the game down. That's what Luka does. And if you can't run and you have to play half-court basketball, basically you make a play, I make a play, that ain't Golden State specialty. They can do it, but it's not their specialty. Now, their saving grace is that they can shoot fireballs. And I have a lot of hope for Jordan Poole to get free in this series. We kind of neutralized him a little bit, but I think he could get more free in this series. And Klay Thompson, maybe, I don't know. But the main reason I'm picking the Mavs for this is because of the pace. Because you're not going to run them. You're not going to run them. And can Golden State play that slow game? Like, they have the championship pedigree, and they know how to win, but can they play that super slow game? They don't want to do that. The Heat could do that, and Boston can do that. But that's not what Golden State does. Go ahead. What up, Ms. Mac?
Miss Mac, how you doing? Hey,
I know she slid through to say hi. Go ahead.
Right. To B plus point. Yeah, I said that when I was popping earlier. They did not have Smart or Horford, but at the same time, we didn't have Lowry either. But this is what I'm gonna say with the Smart and Horford thing. Typically, what happens, if y'all notice, because this is why they lost Game 6 and it was a Game 7 in the first place. If you lock Smart down, he's not smart. Pun intended.
Right.
he makes bonehead plays, and that's the thing. Again, and what Jaylen Brown are you gonna get this series? Because I'm gonna tell you who you're not stopping. Tatum is here.
Oh yeah. He is
flat
officially
out.
a problem.
Hey, he's officially a superstar in my book. Tatum is here. I watched him that Game 7 game, the Game 6 and 7 game. The only reason they lost is because Smart, like I said, wasn't that smart.
Right.
And although he's a defensive player, it's cool that you can play defense, but what you gonna do on offense? Because see, now you got a game. Now it's back and forth. Everybody is full man. As long as nobody get injured, this is why I'm lobbying for the Heat, not just because it's my squad. If I felt like Boston was better, I would honestly say it. I've said it before. I'm a Duke fan. I knew we weren't winning the championship. I don't care how good it looked. But just out of facts, Heat all the way across the line, and then Glenn Murray said it earlier. But Boston's bench gonna let them down.
Yeah, I believe that. I say this as we close out on this. I also think that Marcus Smart is not really a point guard. He's a shooting guard. That's another thing, right? Because like you were saying, Marcus Smart is not that smart. Point guards are heady, right? So they know time and space. They know the time of the game. Marcus Smart is a shooting guard he can shoot. A shooting guard and more like a defensive specialist that can dribble a little bit. So, but me saying Game 7, that means I say anybody can win it, but I want the Heat to win it. And I think a Game 7 in Miami, they ain't going to win it, in my opinion. B plus said,
and if they do, it won't be no 30-point blowout.
I don't know, sir. Some games Jalen be hooping, but then some games he be looking like Deacon Brown. Jalen X. That's what I call him. The boy Jalen X out here.
I agree. Super deep.
Yeah, he is super deep. All right, man, let's get into the one word of the day. You know what I'm saying? One of our favorite parts of the show. Once I find this button, here we go. This one word. No. Of the day. The one word of the day is the Phoenix Suns. You are officially the one word of the day, and you get another one of these. Bruh, the Phoenix Suns. I even got a picture for it. Hold on. Here we go. I'm pushing the wrong button. Here we go. The Phoenix Suns. You guys are the one words of the day. How? I said how. Rob, I said how do you lose a Game 7 by almost Basically 50 points. It wasn't 50 points because they had the C team in, not even the B team in at the end. How? Have some pride, bro. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, you are the number 1 team in the NBA. You had the best record in NBA. How in the world do you lose like that? I'm so, like, bro, that's so bad. It's gonna be some moving and shaking, dog. Like, for real. Like, some of these players ain't coming back for that. They can talk about, yeah, we be back next year. No, you ain't. No, you ain't. I'm sorry, bro.
I think Ayton out of there. I think that's why they didn't give Ayton his money. He had to prove himself. And I'm gonna tell you this: Father Time, when it hits you, it hits you. And we've seen it hit 2 players this year: James Harden and Chris Paul turned 37. When he was 36, no lie, when he was 36, he went 14 for 14.
Yeah.
When his birthday came and he hit 37, I don't know what it was. That boy jumped off a cliff. Like, it was
absolutely
his game looked like Monstars came and stole his powers, like on Space Jam. I don't know what happened, bro. But yeah, those are the 1 words of the day, bro.
Hagan say CP3 is the only player to blow 5 2-0 series leads. 5, dog. 5, man.
Hey, 4 of them joints came under the coach that blew 5.
Right. How you blow
Doc
5, dog? Like, y'all should be embarrassed, man. I don't care what they say. They can sit up there and be like, yeah, man, we gonna be back. You know, you wet the bed, dog. You know what I'm saying? You wet the bed, dog. Like, you lose by that much on Game 7. Game 7, bro. Like from the jump, like from the first quarter, it was over. First quarter, Luka spanked your tail, and he talking bad, talking crazy, laughing at y'all. Beyond that, the Phoenix Suns had 27 points in the first half. Luka Doncic had 29 points in the first half, Craig.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you something. It's what Glenn Murray said. Why in the world Ayton didn't name me? Can anybody name me the big man for the Mavs?
Right.
I'll wait. I'm gonna tell you where he at. He up in New York. The Unicorn. They shipped him up out of there.
Nah, he was Washington with the Wizards.
Yeah, he's somewhere on the East Coast.
Yeah, he ain't with the Mavs. Right.
Ayton should have dominated, bro.
Yeah. The one they got down is Powell.
Come on now, Powell. Yeah, come on.
But this is the point, Rob. It's about a role. Powell plays his role. He don't got to shoot. All he do is get rebounds, box out, and catch lobs. Because everybody going to double team Luka as soon as they come over. Lil Wayne hurt right now. Yeah, Lil Wayne talking crazy to Luka and took a big L. You know what I mean? Yeah. And he Canadian. I feel you, Glenn. I feel you. But listen, man, this is embarrassing, man. And look, I don't trust they come back. The Phoenix Suns, y'all gonna like this, are a poverty franchise. They have always been a poverty franchise. And what I mean by poverty franchises make dumb poverty moves, right? Why did you pay Chris Paul, who was 36 at the time, all that money and did not pay your big man, who was like, what, 23?
23, 24.
All-star level big man. And you didn't pay him to pay Chris Paul, who may be guaranteed 2 more years. But obviously he's already fell off the cliff. With 2 more years on this contract, and your big man finna walk out. That's called poverty. Dumb. Although you good. You so good, but you so dumb in the front office. I hate to do this for my man, is it Jermaine Jones? James Jones, that's running them, used to play with, what's the name? Used to play with
he played with Bron for a minute.
Yeah, so like, bruh, like that's just such a dumb decision. You look, you should have gave CP3 a very big 1-year deal. I wouldn't gave that boy number 1-year deals. I know he went down there to New Orleans and tried to flirt with them to get the bag up. You ain't want to go to New Orleans. I'd be like, go. You gonna play back? You gonna get a chip in New Orleans?
He wanted to go. He wanted out when he was down there. Yeah, he wanted out when he was down there. So
right. And I know New Orleans is different now. They're a better team, but come on, bro. You didn't want to go to New Orleans. They should have played this bluff. All right, fine. Go. I'm giving you 1 year with a 2-year deal with the second year being an option. Basically, we got an option to get your butt up out of here.
Option, not a team option.
Not a player option. Right. That's what you 37 and you are small and you are me and Rob's height. That's not going to work in the NBA, man. I'm just saying. Glenn Murray, mark my words, Ayton going to the Mavs. I could believe that.
Hey, if anybody can get him there, it's Cuban.
Yeah. They're either going to get Ayton or they're going to get Gobert. You heard it first. Cause Gobert, Utah breaking up. That's a wrap. Utah wrap. Like they out their window. You know what I mean? They went out the first round, bro. First round. They didn't even get to the second round with all that money they in the luxury tax. Come on, dog. Anyway.
Yeah, well, that's the one word.
He is a one word a day. Yeah, he is a one word. You one word.
The whole squad. One word.
Squad is a bunch of one words. All right, man, before we get up out of here, we got a special message from my brother, Mr. Robert Dean.
Yeah, have you ever thought I really enjoy what these guys are doing with this podcast? How can I help support them? How can I be a blessing to them? You can hit our Cash App up, Cash Sign, Not the Same Podcast. You can go to the website, notthesamepodcast.com/support, which the website is updated every week, folks. So when you get down to Friday, it's updated. Or you could do this right here. Hit that like, subscribe button, notification.
It's taking its time,
you see,
but it'll do it in a minute.
It'll pop up. So if you're watching us on YouTube, this is how you can get us. If you're watching us on Facebook, you know what I mean? Hit the like button, like the page, like it, follow it. So anytime we come on, you guys got that notification. We really, really appreciate you guys.
And be on the lookout for some of these impromptu shows. You never know. We may pop up any other time. And before we go, like my wifey said, my little sister's name is Connie. And today is her birthday. Happy birthday to my little sister. I love her.
Happy birthday, Connie.
I love my little sister. She was just here this past weekend with my nephews, my little blessings. You know what I mean? I had a good time with them. But, happy birthday to my little sister. You don't need to know how old she is. Just know she blessed and look young like her brother and like her mama. We all got the youth on our face. Praise the Lord.
That's facts,
but,
brother.
and we have a very special day tomorrow, but I'll tell y'all about it tomorrow. But it's a Tony day. I'm telling you, it's like that. But anyway, man, I'm out here, man. I'm C. Micah.
I'm Robert D. Hey, y'all make sure y'all tune in tomorrow. We got something really serious we need to talk about tomorrow. So
tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Tune in, man. Yeah. Tune in. Please tune in. We got some heavy stuff to talk about, man. Anyway, man, we'll see y'all tomorrow night. We out.
Christ lives in us, so we gave us the strength, so we gave us the power, so we